Tonight's AI news is unusually geopolitical. A Chinese open model is getting attention from developers. China is using its World AI Conference to pitch a new AI governance bloc, and the compute race may be turning rivals into customers. There is also a reported Microsoft security tool, and OpenAI's Codex Build Week is entering its final stretch. Here are the 5 stories that matter, with the confirmed facts separated from the claims. First, Moonshot AI's Kimi K3. Moonshot has published Kimi K3, a new flagship model that it describes as a 2.8 trillion parameter, native vision, 1 million token context model. In plain English, that means it is extremely large, it can work with long inputs, and it is designed for coding, knowledge work, and agent-style tasks that run for a long time. What is confirmed is availability. Moonshot says Kimi K3 is available through Kimi.com, Kimi Work, Kimi Code, and the Kimi API. The company also says full model weights are planned for release by July 27th. Pricing on the official API page is listed at 30 cents per million tokens for cached input, $3 for uncached input, and $15 for output. What is not independently proven, yet is every benchmark claim. Moonshot says Kimi K3 is competitive in coding and agentic work, but those results should be treated as company claims until more outside testing arrives. Why it matters? Kimi K3 is important because the gap between closed US models and open Chinese models is becoming harder to ignore. If open models become good enough for coding agents, enterprises may start asking a different question, not which model is the absolute best, but which model is good enough, cheaper, and easier to control. Next, China is turning AI governance into a global platform. The World Artificial Intelligence Conference is running in Shanghai, and Chinese government outlets say Indonesia is becoming one of the founding members of the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, or WACO. The official conference statement talks about open source, AI for good, capacity building, sustainable AI, and giving Global South countries more access to AI development. Associated Press coverage frames the same event in a more geopolitical way. China is presenting itself as a more open alternative while criticizing restrictions on technology sharing. Why it matters? This is not just diplomatic language. AI governance decides who gets access to models, compute, training programs, and standards. The United States, Europe, China, and large AI companies are all trying to shape the rules. For businesses and developers, that can affect which models are available, where data can move, and which countries become serious AI markets. Third, Meta and Anthropic may be talking about compute. The News International, citing the New York Times, reports that Meta and Anthropic are in preliminary discussions over a possible AI compute lease worth more than $10 billion. The report says the proposed 2-year arrangement would let Anthropic use Meta infrastructure, while Meta explores turning part of its AI build-out into a cloud-like business. This is not confirmed by Meta or Anthropic, so treat it as a report, not a done deal. But it fits the bigger pattern. AI labs need more compute, and the companies building huge data center footprints are looking for ways to monetize them. Why it matters? The AI race is often described as a model race, but it is also a power, chips, and data center race. If a major model company leases capacity from a rival, it suggests compute is becoming a marketplace of its own. For customers, that could eventually mean more capacity and maybe lower costs. For the industry, it means infrastructure strategy may matter as much as model branding. Fourth, Microsoft is reportedly preparing a new AI security product called Project Perception. Tech Republic says the product would work like an AI vulnerability finder for enterprise systems, using models from Microsoft, OpenAI, and Anthropic. The key idea is routing. Instead of sending every security task to one expensive model, Microsoft could choose the right model for the job. Again, this is reported, not an official Microsoft launch. Pricing, release timing, and supported workloads are not confirmed. Why it matters? Security is one of the clearest enterprise uses for AI agents because the work is repetitive, high volume, and expensive. But it is also risky. A tool that proposes security fixes has to be accurate, auditable, and careful about sensitive systems. If Microsoft ships this, The real test will be whether it helps teams fix vulnerabilities faster without creating new review burdens. Finally, OpenAI Build Week is entering the final stretch. OpenAI's official page says the challenge opened on July 13th and submissions are due July 21st. The event is focused on Codex, with live sessions, community events, and project submissions. OpenAI's developer site lists July 19th Build Week meetups in cities including Christchurch, Miami, Singapore, Sydney, Taipei, and Yvatmal. Why it matters? This is smaller than a model launch, but it says something about the direction of AI coding. OpenAI is pushing Codex as a builder ecosystem, not just a feature inside a chat app. Developers are being encouraged to create complete tools, demos, workflows, and agents that can be judged and shared. So the bigger picture today is clear. AI is moving in two directions at once, toward giant infrastructure and global governance at the top, and toward practical developer tools at the edge. Kimi K3 and Waco show China's ambition. The Meta-Anthropic report shows how scarce compute has become. Microsoft's reported security tool shows agents moving into serious enterprise workflows. And OpenAI Build Week shows developers are still the people turning these systems into real products. Which story do you think will have the biggest impact? Kimi K3, China's AI governance push, the reported compute deal, Microsoft's security plans, or OpenAI Build Week? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for your daily AI update.